Yeah, movie
Um,
snacks again today for this.
Perfect. I have mango blend juice that I have to
Hell
finish.
yeah.
So I will be making probably pee trips to the bathroom. I don't know how much shitting will be happening. I have my very hot tea and obviously water and tinctures to clear this shit out. Because there's action this afternoon at 4 and I like kind of want to go, but I'm like, I'm trying to take a sick day. I don't feel as tired as yesterday. I legitimately was like, I am so tired, and I like was like, I could sleep all day, just
Hmm.
no problem. And I still was tired enough to sleep all night. Like, just didn't like we could sleep for 24 hours and be okay. Um,
Mm.
and like had like the body achy shit and all of that. But my apartment is a fucking shit show because I traveled last week and I notoriously, when I travel, like just get distracted by 5,000 other things and don't unpack. So my suitcase is still in the library, not being unpacked.
Hmm.
I need to do laundry. The futon, like it's gonna be. I really think I'm just gonna get a new like cushion for it because the cushion is. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Can you?
My Oh, I stopped being able to hear you for a second. It's my internet. Keep telling me, keep going.
Is it your internet or mine? Because I've been one. It's happened a couple times, and I'm wondering if it is mine also.
It's a good question. Shall we pause to investigate?
I mean, I don't know how to investigate is the thing.
Oh, well, so if it's your, basically what you're saying is if it's your internet, it is what it is. If it's well, it mine, it could be mine, but I am connected to the right network, which
Okay,
sometimes is not what is happening. So
got
keep
it.
going, keep going.
Well, I'm feeling like maybe since I put the futon in, it might be blocking signal that I should move the router over to this side of it. Because when I worked
Is that
with,
a thing?
well, that's what they want you to think. I did a
What
project,
is?
I did some work with Comcast, and they want you to think that if you put your router in an area that blocks like the signal going out, that it really does limit your reach. I
Okay.
don't know. That feels like it could be true. I see some logic there. It also does feel like a load of shit they could have been selling to the South Side because the South Side has shittier internet. And I'm like, but is all of the South Side putting their routers in cabinets? Because, and in Brooklyn, I had shitty internet, like coincidentally,
Yep.
black areas. And I literally would show people when I was on meetings for work, I would like move my computer and show them that my router was sitting on my desk, like probably giving me
Yeah.
cancer, and I still don't have internet. Like I'm still weak connection or whatever. And I'm like, so no, I personally think shocking, it's racism. That's what I think. I don't think it has
I
shit all
mean,
to do.
really, I do think all problems really do boil down to that, usually. Usually, if there's something fucked up, if we dig far enough, white supremacy's in there. Absolutely.
Um, my a colleague of mine and I, dear friend of mine and I used to facilitate a lot root cause analysis on
Mhm.
social issues. And and we did it with our staff at the time enough that truly at one point we were going to do one and they were like, we know it's going to be capitalism and racism. It is always those two things. And then you can have a debate about like chicken and egg on that shit, you
Sure.
know, and how they play together. But I was like, well, yes, it is. The important thing though is when you do the root cause analysis, you find all the layers of intervention that you could have. So
Hmm.
too overwhelming to say I want food justice. You as an individual can't really do. You're not going to change that. It's just that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
However, break down food justice into like 50 layers of civic action that we could all be taking, you might find the point
Yeah.
that you are most powerfully positioned to take. And
Yeah.
um, wow, it's almost like I facilitate this on a regular basis. That's literally how I describe it to everyone when I do it. And like, so yes, we
And
are.
this is how we're setting up today's workshop. Um,
Well, today is a
white supremacy, capitalism, and power fluency.
today is a protest day.
That's right. That's right.
National Day of Protest. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna try moving my router over really quick. Oh wait, I think it'll turn my internet on. Let me use my let me switch to my whatchamacallit on my phone. What's that thing when you have Wi-Fi from your phone?
Hotspot.
Thank you. You always
While you
know.
do that, what if I tap my
Oh yeah, do that for
cup like
the 19. They'll love it. They'll love it. If I go in,
a
I'm gonna
little
go in and out for a minute while this happens. So you just entertain the 19, please. Thank you.
coffee cup ASMR. This isn't coffee though. Is it still a coffee cup if it's not coffee that's in it? Because this isn't a teacup, right? A teacup is its own thing. No one's responding to me, and that's really tough for me. It's tough for me to not be receiving immediate feedback to the things that I'm doing and saying in the moment. But I'll get through it. I will with the soothing sounds of this mug. This is a mug
How
we've
do I
talked about before on the pod. How
how
do
do
you
you think
what?
I turn off how do I turn off low data mode? I want high data
That's
mode.
a it's a really fantastic question.
Well, we're on data right now, so we'll see if that helps. But it says low data mode, and I'm like, well, what the fuck does that mean? What do I do about? Oh wait, here, hang on, let me turn it off. Low data mode. Oh, that's on the iPad though, so that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, okay, wait. No, we do want low data mode. That should help because it's from the okay, not the phone. The phone, I don't want low data mode. But I couldn't know if that is true or not. So, okay. Well, oh wait, we'll find out. Um,
Oh.
see, yeah, this is where the
We'll
snot's like
find
coming.
out.
Okay.
What'd you say?
It's like just little like it's like little blips of snot between like my throat and nose that
Mm,
like like they pop in but then they go away. Like I can't even like by the time
yes.
I get a tissue up it's gone and I'm like, where did it go? Anyway,
I mean, it's
here
also
we're
you've got, I
lying.
imagine everything's swollen in there. You've got all your mucous membranes are inflamed.
I'm trying to take my Inflamin for that very reason.
I love that.
I previously advertised on the pod, by the way. The
Previously on,
that's a great philosophical question. Is it a coffee cup if there is no coffee in it? And I think that's interesting because it is true that I think of a teacup as a totally different situation.
it is.
They're smaller and more delicate usually, and in the like colonial version. And for me, thinking about like the like Eastern, more traditional teacups, they're actually this like teeny tiny
Yeah.
and like no handle little ceramic
Yeah.
or metal buddies. And yeah, so that does feel very different. I think I usually just call it a mug.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's, and it is, if it's a mug, does that automatically mean, does that imply a handle? Like if we took the handle off
I
of
don't think so.
then it's a cup, then it's a ceramic cup.
See, I consider it still a mug because I don't like to drink water out of those.
That's
And
interesting. I
like
don't either, but why?
there's a
Tell me
hang
why
up in
you
my
don't.
mind. There's a hang up in my brain that's like, well, if you don't drink water out of it, it's a mug. Like if it's made for hot stuff, it's a mug. And like I
Interesting.
like at the tea shop we had non-handle mugs that were like beautiful ceramic handmade mugs
Uh-huh.
without handles. And yeah, but like drinking water out of it was always like, what's going on here? This doesn't feel right. It's just not what it's kind of like
Yeah.
drinking flat water out of a can.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right. I get that.
we have a
Absolutely.
delay. We have a big delay right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna
What should
switch
we
back to
do?
my Wi-Fi and we're just gonna deal with it. If we have a little breakup, it'll be what it is.
Here's
It
the
is,
thing, is that
um,
it may not have even been a problem before. It may not have
yeah,
even been a problem before.
that is a good point. I mean, I do think that it is probably mine, especially since we're apparently in a winter fucking storm or some shit. It's like barely snowing though. I don't know.
It's like barely snowing, spoken like a true Midwesterner. Literal winter storm advisory. And you're like, it's barely snowing.
I mean, it legit, like you can barely see the snowflakes. They're so tiny kind of situation, you know? It's like, eh. Um, Anywho, what's making you laugh this morning?
Let me think. The thing that was on my mind and the thing that really made me laugh, and I looked in my notes app because I wrote it down to come back to it, is that in a voice note to me this week, I don't remember what you were talking about. I don't remember even what day it was. I guess I could look on the note. It was yesterday morning. In a voice note, you said, I don't like that. Or do I? Anyway, like very confidently, I don't like that. Or do I? Anyway, moving on. I don't remember what it was. What it was doesn't matter. Just that level of processing really brought me a lot of joy. And I did laugh. I laughed out loud and I thought to go write it down. And you know what? It's relatable. I feel that. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, I really like that. And then I'm like, wait,
Do I?
do I?
I mean, that is essentially my whole life is that conflict. Oh, I don't like that. Or do I?
Wait, do I? Um,
I mean, it's kind of
just
like the number of times that I'll say something and then I'm like, oh, I lied. That's not true.
or like just making like a very like innocuous statement that is not like worth lying about, but like you just say a thing and then you're like, I don't know
Like,
why I said that. That isn't real.
I mean, see episode one, Lie, Laugh, Love, where I confess to the fact that I lie all the fucking time and I don't know why. And about the dumbest shit, the dumbest shit that has absolutely no consequence.
The
I mean,
struggle
again,
is
I've
real.
gotten a lot better about it, like, because I notice it when I do it.
Mm.
And I haven't done it a lot in the last, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years. But, like, there was a time when I was like, do I need, like, help? Like, why do I lie all of the time? Like, it was just
Mm.
constant. Like, again,
Yeah.
totally innocuous shit. But yes, 100%.
Um,
Yeah.
I feel like there was something else. So same child as on last week's episode
Okay.
that was being homophobic. Um,
I would say homocurious.
sorry, homo curious. Homo curious. This week, today, on the way to school, this child wanted to play Truth or Dare. And my kids hate playing Truth or Dare with me because I choose truth.
Oh,
I just always pick truth. I don't want to
also
do a
just
dare.
the life as a life thing. You choose truth in general. I think
I
that's a lovely thing about you. I choose truth. That's the title of your next book.
thank you for reflecting that back to me. It really, I got to tell you, it does mean a lot to hear that. Coming from someone who values honesty as much as you do, it really means the world.
Someone who just got done saying they lie all the time.
Uh-huh. Um,
Okay, go ahead. The homo curious child asked.
ask me truth or dare, and I keep saying truth. And so the first question immediately, I'm telling you, we're still on our block. We're not far out of the house at all. And he says, Mommy AJ, truth or dare? And I say, truth. And he says, have you kissed a girl before?
Love it. He is so confused about what being a lesbian means. And I
Well,
know
and
you don't identify as a lesbian, but like the to be in a femme only relationship, I should say.
literally, I was like, yes, I'm married to you watched me kiss her 20 minutes ago when she left the house. Like what?
Right.
But no, he was like, well, no, but what about other girls besides mommy Laura? And I was like, well, yeah,
Ooh.
like before we were together. And he was like, what? Now, this is not the first time one of my children has been scandalized by the fact that there was a time that we were not together and we had other relationships and
Interest. Yeah.
connections. He was like, what do you mean? And then it was, well, then of course, the next round, truth or dare. He doesn't even give me a chance to ask him, by the way.
Of
Just
course.
skips right over.
That's not how it,
Okay,
that's not what we're here for.
no. So, okay, truth or dare? Truth. Ugh. Can you choose dare? No, I don't want to be dared. Okay, truth. Okay. Um, okay, did you ever kiss a boy?
I knew that one was coming. I was, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, son. I have. I've kissed some boys. Um,
What, so was he scandalized by that?
no,
Fascinating.
no. Um, yeah. I mean, my other child, she has asked before about if like when Laura and I weren't together, and I explained to her that there was a period where Laura and I broke up briefly,
Mhm.
and she was like, "What? She broke up with you? What do you mean?" And then she was like angry at Laura the next time we like all interacted. She was like, "Mommy AJ told me you broke up with her." And Laura was like,
Terrible.
"Yeah,
I love that.
it was a long time ago." I mean, I loved it because I too can't believe she broke up with me.
To be fair, I was a little scandalized myself when I learned that information. So,
Oh, stop.
I've learned to forgive. It's fine. I forgive you, Laura. But
I think you are a little scandalized anytime you hear of someone who has wronged me.
absolutely I am. Well, I'm more so so one of my strengths that has some shadows is loyalty. And it is hard to get, but once you get it, or not hard to get, it's just rarely given, I should say.
Mm,
Because it's not like with you, literally day one, I was like, you got it done. I'm one of your people. What do you need when do you need it?
uh-huh.
But that was like the first time I had that moment with someone in like 10 years or something. Like it's like I don't give it out frequently.
It's hard to
And
get if you're not me.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And but yes, so I am a pretty fierce and I'm a tenacious, intense person, so my loyalty looks tenacious and intense. And that includes if someone wrongs someone I'm loyal to. I'm like, what do I need to do about this? Where are they?
Well, the good news is that in this case, the situation did right itself. Laura and I are married now, so there is that. So it's okay, all is forgiven, except by our daughter, who will never forgive or forget. Um, so anyway, that's what's making me laugh. Um, yeah, my child's continued homocuriosity. What's making you laugh?
Um, well, for a minute I thought that story was gonna go into polycuriosity of like, no, no, I mean, do you kiss other people now? And that
Mm.
would have been he is gonna ask you that question at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Like he
Absolutely.
is going to ask you, and he's going to ask it probably in the same order. Do you kiss other girls like right now? And then he'll say truth or dare again. Do you kiss other boys right now? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's coming for you. Um,
Can't wait. It's so much fun to navigate um, parenting, like young adolescents, preteens, teens,
mhm.
particularly with the neurodivergent elements of it all. It's never a dull moment.
I will say, I feel like at least he's very direct. Like you don't have to wonder what that kid is thinking. You will find out.
Absolutely. Absolutely
And
right.
there is an element of that I'm like, I feel like that would be easier than a kid shutting down or being silent. Like that would be
Hmm.
torture. Because in life, that's torturous for me. If someone's like, well, you know that, like you and I have talked about this. I'm very much like, if we have conflict, we need to iron it out now. Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
can't, I can't do the like, let's just take a minute. So what, we both can die somewhere and never solve this? Absolutely not. No, one of us will definitely die if we walk away mad. That's not happening.
The hands reaching out for balance. It was really the best. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. To be clear, same page. Absolutely. I'm like, no, 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 no. Mm-mm.
No, and
Right
honestly, when
now.
you told me that, I was like, oh, thank God. So it won't be weird. Because there
No.
will be a day inevitably when you and I will somehow find conflict. And I'm curious what that'll be, what that's going to look like. But the thing, it truly gave me so much confidence and security when you were like, oh no, I can't walk away from a fight like that. Like, we have to solve it, like, now. And I was like, thank
Yeah, oh,
God.
yeah.
God, the worst thing ever is like dating someone and being in a fight, and they're like, okay, well, I want to go to bed and just like sleep on it. And I'm like, oh, no, no, that can't be possible because I am
Uh-oh.
not going to sleep. I will not sleep this whole night. Um,
Yeah.
which I am working on because I would like to get to a place where I can go to sleep when
I mean,
someone
I
I
can
love
tell
is mad
you,
at
let me give you some hope. It is possible because I got married to somebody who is more of a takes time to process things, needs a little bit of space and that, and we have found what I feel is like a good meet in the middle, like where we usually don't like wait overnight, but sometimes it
me.
will be like we need to take 20 minutes and like revisit
Yeah.
this and like nobody's going anywhere. We are going to resolve it. We want to resolve it together. We can agree on that.
Yeah.
And I need to go breathe and recalibrate so we don't yell at each other.
Mm,
And that to me has been helpful. For me, it used to be like I'd rather just us like yell and scream and get
mm,
through it and be done. Now I'm like,
interesting.
no, if 20 minutes helps us be able to speak about it calmly, like I can do it.
See,
But
for me,
I,
like yelling and screaming has never been a part of it. I've only had, literally, I've only had one yelling fight in my entire life.
whoa,
Um,
okay.
was not a thing in my household.
Right, right,
And
right.
like in a good way, what was taught to me was like you can never take back what you say.
Yeah,
So like be careful with your words and all of that. Um, as a neurodivergent person, like again, literal interpretation of things gets a little wrapped up to where I'm
yeah,
afraid of saying anything
yeah,
when I'm mad. Like I can't even say I'm mad at you because I can't take that back. I can't, whatever. And then on the other side, I mean, I was saying it facetiously, like, no, if we part ways while we're mad, you're definitely gonna die, and like that'll be the end of this. That is very much a part of it. That I'm like, there have
yep.
been surprise deaths that I'm
Yeah,
like in my child brain, I associated those surprise deaths with you can't take back what you say, and I'm like,
yeah.
it could be the last time you talk to them. And so,
Ugh.
um, I um yeah, for me, it's very like uh yeah, the only time I ever had like a proper yelling, like I fully was raising my voice at this person, because usually when I get mad I get much more quiet and like
Yeah, me too.
literally hit a deeper register in my tone that is unfamiliar to me as a normal like day to day, you know? And
Yeah,
uh but no, the only time I ever yelled was when I broke up with someone and then they wouldn't like leave my apartment. And I was like,
yeah,
no, you have to leave now. And they wanted to talk about
yep.
it, but I was like, oh, I'm done talking.
Mhm.
Please get out of my apartment. And I'm like, it was like it was so intense and dramatic. I've never had a situation like that. I was like bawling and just like, please leave, please leave, please get the fuck out of here. And they wouldn't leave. And I was like, finally, just like, get the fuck out of my apartment. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't talk for
Mm-hmm.
2 years. So, great. Love that. And actually, the reason we ever did talk again is because I had a surprise death in my life. And I started feeling weird
Mm.
about like, what if that's the last time I ever talked to that person? I don't want it to be like that. So we got a drink. I realized I still don't like them, but we ended it on a humane note.
There you go. That'll do it. Yeah. I mean, to be clear, the screaming and yelling is not a common occurrence for me. And particularly if I feel like, oh, we're like having good communication and you're hearing me.
Right.
If I'm ever at a point where I feel like I have to yell,
Mm-hmm.
and having kids has helped me realize this because a lot of the parenting philosophy I go by is that children's behaviors are expressions of unmet need a lot of the time. And so
Yep.
if somebody is yelling at you, they are often not feeling heard.
Yep.
And
Totally.
that helped me understand myself that when I get pushed to the point of feeling like I need to yell to be heard, I'm not feeling heard. Often yelling doesn't help me feel more heard either. It
Right.
just,
Of course. Yeah.
you know, ends up making me feel like I'm being scary, and that isn't a feeling that I want to feel either. But
That's such a like, that's one of those observations that I feel like should be obvious, but I really appreciate you articulating it like that because that is really helpful to think about. Because that is exactly why I started yelling. I was like, what? I'm asking you to leave. You aren't doing the
mhm,
thing I'm asking. Like, I literally am not being heard. I'm asking you to do this thing.
mhm.
Um, and yeah. But that is helpful to think about with like hanging out with kiddos in my life for sure. Is to even just like
Oh
maybe
yeah.
be that direct with them of like, do you feel like you're not being heard right now? What is it you want me to understand that
Yeah,
that I'm not hearing, you know? Um, so
totally.
thank you for that. Thanks. I'm gonna take that. Um,
Oh, good.
um,
Wait, did you say what was making you laugh?
no, because that was just more interesting to me to keep talking about all that stuff.
Okay.
Um,
You don't have to, I mean,
Nothing's making me laugh. I've never laughed a day in my life.
attracts.
Um, no, gosh, um, I feel like I've really, I mean, in the last like 24 hours, I've not done much other than work and watch Bob's Burgers and sleep. So there's that.
Yeah.
Um, oh, honestly, look, I am absolutely our most dedicated of the 19 because I have to listen to our episodes and watch our episodes for editing purposes, which I still think is so funny because anyone who's listening to this is like, you edit? Like, it doesn't seem like. And um and it is minor edits, I will say. I concede, but you still have to watch the whole thing to get it to like find the spots that need like bird sounds or whatever. Um and Yeah, so anyhow, ew, yuck. Ew, there's a piece of old pear on my pillbox because I had a pear in my backpack when I was traveling last week, and my I just shoved everything into my bag, and the pear kind of like, was a good pear. It was ready to be eaten. And so
Oh
anything with
no.
anything with points punctured and pierced the pear. And I was like, ew, what's on my pillbox? Oh, just some crusty pear.
Gross.
Okay, everything's going really well.
There's worse things to have on your pillbox, I guess.
That's true. I need a new one too, because like when I shoved it in there, I also like broke off one of the little lids. I don't know. I My life again, my apartment's messy enough right now that if I don't take a gentle approach with myself, I'm like, you are fully falling apart. Your life is falling apart. Like that is how it feels when my apartment is messy. I'm just like, how can you live like this? And it's really not that bad. I can't express enough. But
Yeah.
for me, I'm like, this is anarchy. I don't know how we're alive at this point. But anywho, but watching our last night, I because I took a nap yesterday afternoon and I woke up and was like, oh shit, I need to do that. And I mean, that episode was hilarious. And so what made me laugh? Us. We're just fucking delightful and hilarious. I don't know what to do about that.
I love
Also,
it. I
like,
do love that, like, that is our both of us, that is our reflection so much of the time. If we're ever listening, listening back to ourselves, it's like, wow, we're really funny. This is mostly for us, isn't it?
I truly like, well, what's insane, and you did point that I think it was last week or the week before you were like, oh wait, are you listening to that episode again? I was like, because obviously I'm like subscribed to us or whatever on Spotify. And so it will auto play any new episode of the things I'm subscribed to, right? And when it starts auto
Yes.
playing, I'm usually just like, fine, whatever. And then I start laughing, and then I'll text you and be like, oh my God, we are so fucking funny. And you're like, so wait, we recorded it, you watched and listened to it while you edited, and then you're listening to it again. And I'm like, I sure should am. I didn't intend on it, but that is what has happened. And I have to say, yeah, we're always really funny and delightful.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I think that's right. It's good to be able to, feel inspired and delighted by yourself, you know?
There's, I know you haven't watched the Mindy Project, and I reference it with some regularity, but there's a really great moment when she's like, um, it's really great being your own inspiration. I highly recommend it. Or no, it's really great being your own role model. I really recommend it. I'm like, yeah, all right. Um, but yes, and also like, yeah, I can't remember specifics, but your voice notes yesterday were very funny. Also, I dreamt again about New York. So I had two dreams last night. One one was Nashville. Nashville's coming up. I think it's because I was supposed to go like next week, but I'm not now because the flights are expensive and I'm not feeling like driving in the winter. Um,
Yeah.
but so I think that's, and just like when I was in DC and people found out that I had lived in Nashville, everyone had 5,000 questions about Nashville. Of course, like
Yeah.
people love Nashville and they want to talk about it all the time. Luckily, one of the people I met there was from Murfreesboro, and uh, he was like, "Yeah, Nashville kind of sucks," and I was like, "Thank you." Like, and like not in a like I have friends there and I like loved my time there and everything, but um, just like the housing crisis there is very intense, much like Austin,
Yeah.
Texas. Nashville and Austin are really the two cities that just like got knocked over. Other like Portland, obviously, like on the coast. I mean, like in the middle. Um, and so he and I were able to commiserate on like that level of Nashvilleism. But yeah, so I dreamt something about Nashville. I can't remember the details of that. And then the New York one was fascinating because it was like I was there with two of my BFFs, Michael and Brian. Uh, what up, guys? And
What a
uh, which New York is where I met both of them originally. They now are Chicagoans, but I met Michael 15 years ago this January in New York. And then 2 years after that, he started dating Brian, and I met Brian consequently. Um, but I was there with them, and there was like a place that was like, it was like Staten Island, like locationally speaking, but it was as if Staten Island was like Brooklyn.
okay.
So Staten Island is not Staten Island-esque. It is geographically located in that space, though. Everything else is
Got
still
it.
north.
Okay.
Still have Brooklyn and we still have Manhattan and Bronx and Queens, right? Okay. But Staten Island is now like Brooklyn. And so for whatever reason, the
Okay.
piece I remember is that I was for some reason in my car at the Staten Island Brooklyn place, which was being called Lower Brooklyn.
Stop.
Shit, you
Lower
not.
Brooklyn, like in the way that they like we'll say like North Manhattan instead of Harlem.
Yeah, yeah, like upper, lower, all of that shit. Like all of these
East Williamsburg.
exactly. Gentrifying terms.
Yeah.
Here in Chicago, it's that Pilsen used to just be called 18th Street to locals. Then it was called Pilsen, and now there's an East and a West Pilsen. And I remember when Google Maps added that, and it was interesting how property values shifted.
Hmm. Oh.
Uh-huh. Anyway, I'll be
Yes, I
right
love
back.
that this is what you're dreaming about. This is infiltrating your subconscious. You're thinking about housing inequality and gentrification in your dreams.
Always, always.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, so um, in this dream, I'm like, it was a lot to do with like movement and trying to get somewhere. Like, I had a hotel that I was staying at, and I had gone to this quote Lower Brooklyn, aka like Brooklynized Staten Island, and I had been there, but my actual hotel was like in kind of another gentrified neighborhood because it used to just be Flatbush, but now it's like a part of Flatbush, but now it's called like Prospect Lefferts Garden or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
Which when I didn't know that until I talked to people born and raised, and they're like, "Yeah, that's bullshit. That's not what that was called." And I was like, "Interesting, another one, cool." Um, but anyhow, I was like wherever I was staying was there, and I'm leaving, and I have my car, and I'm leaving essentially Staten Island, and I'm like, there's a boat I need to get on, obviously, to get back.
Obviously.
And but like I somehow ended up having to drive my car through a certain amount of water. And I remember thinking, uh-oh, my Civic can't handle this. My Honda Civic can't make it
Not the Civic.
onto the beach from this water. Um,
Oh my God.
and then I'm like there's just like a lot of like the whole thing is trying to get back to that hotel and then realizing like, oh, I didn't get my stuff out, but I had to check out today by 11. And it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So all my stuff is there and I didn't check out. I wonder what happens to it. And then also that I was like trying to quote swing by your place when I
Swing
because
by.
and then I was like, and yet again, I was like, maybe I'll just stay for a couple days longer because I mean, I guess if my shit's already in that hotel, I don't know. It was all very like something that's interesting about my dreams that has shifted. It shifted when I quit my job initially in 2021, and then really shifted when I started doing TM and meditating, which is that I used to have nothing but stress dreams, and now they're like that historically would have been a stress dream of like, oh fuck, like you fucked up and like what's gonna happen and da da da. And now it's just
Yeah.
like I'm watching it just happen. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Mm.
Like every stress dream I have now, I haven't had like one that actually physiologically makes me feel stressed. It's more like I'm just watching something stressful happen. It's very fascinating. Um,
I'm getting very interested in dream work.
mhm.
So obviously we'll be bringing you along on that journey as, another person who's interested in the meaning of their dreams and how they function. But yeah, that kind of thing really interests me. Like why and how do the ways that we're like coping in our everyday life then like bleed over
100%.
into dreams and how you're able to like even in your subconscious mind go from, oh shit, this is an emergency and I have to like figure it out to like, oh, this is happening and it's interesting,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It really blows my mind because I'm telling you, like, since I was a kid, I would have, like, if you would have met
Oh yeah.
me even 5 years ago, I would have told you, like, oh, I only have bad dreams. I do not have good dreams. Like, they're all stressful, whether it's like stuff like that, that's just like nonsense stressful, or like someone's trying to murder or assault me, or someone else, which was most dominant my entire childhood and adolescence, was a lot of like violent shit. Um, but I'm like, now it truly is just like, it's not, sometimes even like for a while, there were like 3 years that I was just having the funnest dreams ever. I was like, oh my God, sleeping is awesome. Like, dreaming is the best. I have so much fun there. And I mean, I wrote stand up about this because I was just in my dream life, I was like fucking dating or friends with just like all my favorite comedians. And it was a blast. It was so much fun. And there's like a long list of all of them. It's crazy. Um, some even like dead people that I'm like, that's interesting. Like I had a dream that I hooked up with Richard Pryor. What kind of a dream is that? That's wild. It was a great
Amazing.
time. It was a great time.
Wow. Yeah. No, I've not had a period in my life of like consistently positive dreams ever. It's either I'm not dreaming at all,
Sure.
which is a lot of the time. Like
Right.
I'm having more dreams in and out lately, but I only typically remember like little small vignettes, never like you're talking about going from one place to another, and I can't, my brain doesn't hold on to that much of a dream almost ever. There were many years that I just wasn't having dreams. And when I'm sick, I will have stressful dreams when I'm ill. And if I'm having a stressful dream and I didn't go to sleep feeling sick, 9 times out of 10, I wake up and I feel sick. It is like an indicator that my body doesn't feel good.
Fascinating. I find this fascinating because you are a better sleeper than I am. So, like, I wonder if there's something in that that you are like deeply sleeping in a way that I
Yeah.
have historically not achieved super frequently because I will wake up from a dream, go back to sleep, and start that same dream up. Like, it is a regular. Now, I will say if I have weed before bed, I 9 times out of 10, I don't remember my dreams those nights. Or they're much more piecemeal and I can't track them. But
Yeah.
um,
My sleep is typically chemically supported, so that might be a part of it too. Like in some
I'm
way
sure
or
that,
another. I there is
yeah,
a
that has to impact it somehow. Um, yeah, I mean, if I'm like alcohol will cause really intense stress dreams usually. Um,
mm,
and but it also makes me just sleep so shitty that I don't, if I dream, it's stressful. If I don't, I just have panic attacks in general. And you know.
mm.
Um, yeah. I like that you're getting into it. That's fun. I find it very fascinating because I'm like, this is like almost half of my life is this subconscious life that I'm living. So that's why I
Yeah.
got really excited when I was like really
Well,
in the comedy scene.
here's the thing about you and I.
Tell
Are you
me the thing
ready?
about us. I'm ready.
Here's
Oh
the
my God,
thing.
I'm gonna finally know the thing about us. I can't wait. Wait.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about us. is it, I like that you're like adjusting your shirt. You're like, okay, let me get ready. The thing about us is that if one of us is really into something, we're both really into it. That's how it works. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, okay, here's what I'm going to say to that. I agree, but
Go ahead, challenge me.
I'm still waiting on you to get into horses. I have yet to watch you read a horse book. What the fuck? You're not watching horse videos on YouTube? You asshole. It's like you don't even care.
All right, touche. I'll work on it. Feedback received. Feedback received.
If I
I
start getting
did.
clips from you of horses,
I'm just gonna start sending you horse videos in the middle of the day. Here's some horse
amazing.
content for you.
Amazing.
Um, no, but all that is to say, like, I feel like if either of us is like, I'm really getting into or like learning about this thing,
Oh, 100%.
the other one's gonna, we're gonna learn about it. We're gonna learn by osmosis. If
100%.
not, also actively become a knowledge seeker in the same area very quickly as with something like astrology, for example.
Astrology. And like, I do think it's interesting though, because like, yes. And I like that I get into the stuff you're into, but not like astrology notwithstanding, but even that, like I'm just doing like my version of it, you know. I'm not
Yeah.
like mastering, like I feel like I could ask you questions and you'll understand like the houses and stuff. I have no idea and I'm not sure that I ever
Yeah.
will. But like finding my
But I feel
lane,
like,
if that makes sense, versus
yeah.
like historically, like I can definitely be a person that's like, I will master this whole thing. And then it's like, well, now this isn't interesting anymore because now we're both just doing the same thing. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like with the birds and
Yep.
stuff, I'm like, now, I mean, certainly with you noticing them more, I'm like, oh yeah, AJ would notice that, or AJ would appreciate that, or da 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 da. But I'm not like, I'm not getting binoculars. I'm just so excited that you did. And
Hmm.
like, if I see something interesting, I'll send it to you, of course. And like, but um, yes, I think,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
it's less so like I am going to become an expert in something and so therefore you are as well. It's more so if one of us decides to be highly focused and interested in something, the other
yep,
person is going to at least be interested in it by proxy.
100%.
Um, so that's all to say. If as I go down this rabbit hole of exploring dream work in a more formal capacity,
Uh-huh.
you will learn about dream work. If
Can't
not
wait.
as in depth as me, you'll know things.
I mean, I've always been interested in dreams. And so there is some of the symbolism in dreams I am fairly aware of because I've had them so frequently and I've been so interested in what they mean. So like I am a person who used to and will occasionally still have the teeth falling out dreams. Like that is a
Yeah.
very regular trope for me. And at this point, I don't even question it. I'm like, yeah, you're stressed. Like you feel out of control. Got it. Like,
Yep.
and it doesn't help that I
Yep.
am a hypochondriac and my teeth is one of the areas that I have historically panicked. Um, oh my God. There was a, Ed and Monica had to put up with me during the pandemic, like in the heart of the pandemic, rather, just like fully thinking I was dying because
I,
I had an injury on my gum
ouch.
and I was like, well, this has to be it. Like gum health is everything, and now I'm fucked forever. Like I hypochondria is such for this is a theory I have that it is such a result of capitalism. Like
Yeah.
it is absolutely, like it pisses me off because when that
Yeah.
happened, I'm like, I am mad that I don't actually know what I should worry about and what I'm just being told to worry about so that I will go buy a product.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
I'm just
Yep.
because they really do make you think like if you don't floss, you're gonna die. And it's like, well, you're gonna die no matter what. And a lot of people who don't floss live a long time. Like, I mean, that's just not a one-to-one. Yes, flossing is good. And is it death worthy? I don't know. Like,
Yeah. Listen,
um,
it's,
yeah,
well, I'm glad that you're here. You have your teeth.
for now. For now.
For now. You're alive for now.
Oh, thank God I'm
I'm
here to see
so
all of this.
thank God. I have two things for you
I'm
today.
ready. I'm
Okay.
ready.
One of them is a question, but it's not, well, I was going to say it's not a question that will probably take very long, but we've been recording now for close to an hour and we haven't touched the
Have we
question.
really? Oh my God, that's hilarious. That
We
tracks.
sure have.
Yeah.
So again, I think we did that last time too.
We did. Yeah.
Um, but then I also want to, I have a thing after that too. So can I
Okay.
cheat and have two?
I'll allow it.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for the
Permission.
permission.
Permission granted.
Question one came up for me when you were talking about the kind of dreams you have after drinking.
Um,
And it makes me think about this phenomenon of like hangxiety or like is what I've heard some people call it. I call it, well, one version of it can be like vulnerability hangover, but
mm,
usually it happens like after you've been in a social interaction, often where there's substances involved, but maybe not, or where you've been, and sometimes specifically where you've like been really vulnerable with somebody and you feel the sort of like anxiety after effect of that.
yeah,
And I'm
totally.
curious if that's been a thing in your life that you have experienced, if that's a thing you still experience, what that has looked like for you, etc.
Um, so absolutely, with or without alcohol, majority of my life, I would lay in bed. Part of my not sleeping would be coming home from school. Like, I mean, this started in elementary school, that I would come home and like when it was time to go to bed, I would just lay there, stuck with my own thoughts and just replay the whole day. And even if I had looked at someone in a way that I thought might have hurt their feelings or been wrong, I would just like ruminate, 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 ruminate. Yes. And so I built a really strong skill around that at an early age. And which is why like I started using television to go to sleep because at least it was something else to like shut that off for a second and get me to sleep. Um I would say that's definitely gotten better in the last like 10-ish years. It still happens. Certainly, alcohol makes it worse.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know yet about weed because I've only really been using weed around other people in the last like 6 months. I mean, I did in college and after college, I did smoke a lot of weed, but always with alcohol and stuff too. So it was just a shit show, to be honest. Like I didn't
Mm.
feel good in any way, and I so hard to pin down which thing it was that
Sure.
nothing felt good. So I was like, well, pretty comprehensive at this point. Yeah. I mean, I think I have through therapy really built some skills around the way I talk to myself. So like I've shared some of this with you in voice notes of like the conversations I have with myself.
Hmm.
And so like the conversation I have with myself at this point with that kind of thing is like usually A, it's not that bad. B, like it probably doesn't matter and they're probably not thinking about it the way you are. And C, if they are, they can come ask me about that or they can bring it up.
Yeah.
And unless I did something overtly mean, which is not super common, I would say. I'm just like, I don't, I'm really trying to stop trying to control everyone and everything around me. Like, if something that I did that wasn't directly intentionally bad hurt someone's feelings, they control their feelings and can come to me and tell me that that hurt their feelings and we can work on that. But
Yep.
like sitting around worrying about it doesn't really matter. I think the other thing is like, um, I mean, I think about this a lot and I talk to you about it a lot, but like living alone as much as I have in my life does like like I have to figure out other ways to manage my thoughts because there is no one to distract me or like refocus me, right? Like
Yeah.
I am the only one who can do that. Um and some days I'm really capable of that and I do a good job of it and other days I'm less capable and less good at it and some days I just don't want to because it is laborious to be like I know it doesn't seem like a fun thing to do right now, but we are going to meditate for 15 minutes because you can feel in your body that things aren't quite where they need to be. Um, but it's a lot of like just intense self-management that I'm, you know, I think getting better at, but um, certainly have like a distance to go, I would say. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Well, it's brace yourselves for this, folks, because it is the shocker of the century, but I relate to a lot of what you just shared. Um, yeah, I mean, very similar for me. Um, yeah, I think it has been really freeing for me to try to take on an orientation of other, letting other people be the agents of communicating their own experience
Mm,
and not taking responsibility that doesn't belong to me
yes.
for managing other people's
Yeah.
feelings about me
Yeah.
or assuming, by the way, that other people's feelings and responses to things are about me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's been really hard. It's yeah, I still am working on untangling it and it's been happening in layers. It's the kind of thing for me that like I've literally like I've written a book about people pleasing and
Yeah.
have like done a lot of work around that myself, have helped a lot of clients do work around that.
Totally.
And I also think that that's like one layer of it, right? Like
Yeah.
I've not been somebody who could be described as a people pleaser for a long time,
Right.
but there is still very much an active and awake part inside of me that
That's
is
right.
scanning for what people are feeling all the time.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that part of me still takes energy. That part of me still, and it's like I was talking about yesterday to you, like there that I have to find a way to like have compassion for that part of myself and what it's trying to do, and to understand it's not just something I've chosen to do for fun, right? It's there's like that's a survival mechanism. And
Mm-hmm.
also when it has me at the end of the day feeling like shit and ruminating on was that okay? Am I okay? Am I, like whatever. It's I don't need that survival mechanism right now. The survival mechanism I need is the self-soothing to say, if something wasn't okay, somebody else can tell you that.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
And if nobody's telling you that, practice trusting that that's true. And like
That
it's hard.
that part. That part.
Um,
I'm also very, you and I
Yeah.
are both, I think, highly sensitive people to that point of
No,
understanding other people's
no
feelings.
way.
But like, do you think though that part of it is like, I would have noticed that I did that?
Yeah.
Did
Oh,
they not
oh
notice?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it honestly, for me, it's like, you're also being a bit of a condescending prick, dude.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. Yep.
let people do their own perceiving. You do not have, you're not the like king of perceiving, you know?
Yeah.
And like, but that
Yeah.
is like a part of it that like, it's the really unsexy part of it because people love to like, there's a weird level of self-aggrandizing that people like to do with the people please, like saying like, oh, well, I'm a people pleaser or I'm really empathetic. And I hear it a lot. I've like I said, I've taken a pause from celebrity podcasts and shit, but I would hear it so much from celebrities that I was like, you're joking, right? Like you do see that you are probably 50, you might actually, I do believe you're sensitive, but that sensitivity does not mean that you're like all I hear basically I'm like you're a martyr. This is like 50% narcissism. And
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like I say that as it like I mean this is a big part of my therapy that I talk about because I'm like this is the unsexy side of it because I know that there is we've been culturally indoctrinated to believe that self-sacrifice is everything, especially when your bodies look like this. Sacrifice it all, give it all. That's your best, that's your most valuable way of existing. You and for me, I'm like, well, I want to be the best. So I have to do all of that. But like it's just it's very fascinating because there are so many times that I'm like, um, I mean, I will make people uncomfortable by being like, I definitely have some narcissistic tendencies. Savior complex shit is narcissistic.
Yeah.
And look at my entire life from the relationships I've had to the career I've chosen and tell me that I don't have a savior complex. That would be hilarious. I would love if someone could convince me of it, I would love it. Of course I do.
There's a part of me that just like tickled a part of me that is like wants to believe that I could debate you and convince you that you don't have a complex. And I'm like, I could do it. And that's the problem with me. There it is. We've illustrated. That's my version of whatever that is I'm like, well, I could convince you differently, clearly. No, I think, I mean, what that just makes me think of though is like that is, I think, the people pleasing or the self-sacrificing kind of behavior is that like underneath it there is that sort of like self-importance or like there's like for me there's a feeling of like being self-sacrificial or like overly empathizing or enmeshing with other people allows me protection. It allows me to not be
100,
vulnerable.
100%.
And so it's
Yes.
also like there is something that is braver about being able to say, I'm just going to say what I want
100%.
and be the person that I am. And if, wow, amazing bird stuff happening outside my window right now.
Put a pin in that because I want to know it, but I need to know what you're going to say also. Bird, come back.
Birds and yeah, no, just like it's so yeah, it's self-protective. It allows me to not have to put who I actually am out there, say what I actually want, and stand behind it, right?
Mhm.
If I'm being self-sacrificial, like, who's gonna talk bad about me then? I'm the
Yeah,
person who does everything for everyone else, so nobody has any like ammo against me.
that's
Nobody
right.
can say anything, nobody's gonna say anything bad about me.
Yeah. I mean, I
They
remember,
still find ways to, by the way. It doesn't
yeah,
work.
of
It's
course.
just
Don't worry. People still hate us. I know it's shocking to imagine.
believe it or not.
It is shocking to me. It is truly flooring, but people do somehow hate us still. Um,
Weird.
so weird. Yeah, I always think of this person that I dated while I was living in Nashville, um, who had a lot of like treated me like shit by way of a lot of their own problems, mental illness, undiagnosed, all of that. Um, and if, if they are still alive, frankly, I hope that they have found what they need and are taking care of themselves.
Mhm.
But one of the things they said when we were dating, um, in a brief moment of their sobriety, so things were going better, not good, but better, um,
Ugh.
was that they said, your overly accommodating nature is exhausting. And uh-huh. And it like crushed me. I was mad, I was sad, I was hurt, and all I was like, oh, I feel seen. Uh-oh. And
Yep.
and it wasn't surprising because like I really did love that person and we meshed really well in so many ways that I'm not surprised that they saw that. But at the time, I mean, I was like 22, so I had no idea. Like I legitimately was just like trying to be the best person I could be, and this is what I understood that to be. Um, and so it also not only did I feel seen, but I felt like rocked. I was like, well, what other option is there? Like be an asshole? Like what the fuck do I do now? And
Yep.
um and it would be like years until I would like like honestly until my body broke enough through mental illness that I was like, uh-oh, I need help, that I would start therapy and then slowly start piecing together my own shit. Um, and again, slowly because there's still plenty out there, which again, I want to say is a positive thing to me. It's not a sad thing. I now like it truly is sometimes what keeps me alive is just knowing that like there's more to me that I have no idea about.
Oh yeah.
And there are full days of my life that I'm like, we're not going to end this because you actually don't know who you are in a week or a month or a year or tomorrow. There's another version of you that you haven't met yet. And
Mm.
sometimes that is all that can keep me going. And I lean into that. But yeah, little SI there
I
for
love that.
everyone just because I know they were missing it. I know the 19 were like, wait, where's the SI? There it is, babe. I got
There
you.
it is. Don't worry. Wouldn't be an episode of our show without it.
Don't worry.
Um, okay. The other thing I wanted us to do is just a moment of show and tell.
Yeah.
Something around you
Huh?
that you want to show to us
Oh my
and
God, you
talk
are in
about.
my heart. You are literally in my
I
heart. And
know.
because guess what? I want you to guess what I've been playing with on my desk.
Give me a hint.
Um, this is one of the things that you influenced me on. It's not unrelated to astrology, but it's kind of its own brand
It's
of
a
way.
tarot. Is it your tarot deck? Are you shuffling?
I've been
Oh my
shuffling this.
God.
Yeah, here she is,
Oh my
in all of her glory.
God.
This is
Gorgeous.
this is the it's called the Change Tarot deck. Jessica Dore. I don't know. It doesn't have an accent, so I'm
I
assuming
think
Dore.
it's door.
Yeah. Um, it's beautiful. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Xavier, I'm assuming, Lopez designed it. Um, and yes, because when you were here, I did pick up a deck, and it's like just the kind of traditional deck, which I do like,
Yeah.
but because I have no idea what I'm doing, the little book that comes with it isn't very, it doesn't add enough context for me to make sense of what's going on. Whereas
Yeah.
this little book that comes with this one gives me some good things to think about. Um, so Yes, that's so funny because I had it out and I was like, I want to show you, but also I didn't want to like interrupt the talk. So you were like in my brain. Thank you.
I love that. I love that. Are you shuffling to like prepare to ask it a question or do a reading, or are we just shuffling to have something to be doing with our hands or
Kind of just to have something to be doing with my hands, but I assumed I would like futz around with it today at some point since
I love.
today is a day of not of protest and boycotting, so I won't be
Yes,
purchasing anything or leaving the house to like entertain myself in any capacity. So um, a good day to ask myself some questions via tarot.
I love. Um, I wanted to show you something that's a little art project I've been working on. You want to see?
I'm so excited.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to see if my screen makes it blurry. It's in progress, okay? It's not done.
It's just pixelated on my end, but it's I can tell that we're watercolors. Yes. Tree.
Well,
Yes.
so yes and no. Hold on, let me see if I can turn off my blur.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that blurred the whole
Wait,
thing.
no, your blur is actually off. I think it's just pixelation because
Oh,
my internet sucks. But I'm loving what I'm seeing. You're gonna have to send me though a picture.
I will. So I'm wondering if the 19 will be able to see it, but it's actually I made this with tea.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm
obsessed.
I just have a bunch of these canvases that are blank,
Yeah,
and I saw somebody do like staining paper with tea, like with a tea bag.
yeah.
And so I thought, I wonder if this will work on canvas. And so whenever I finish like a cup of tea, I just throw the tea bag onto this on my desk.
That's incredible, dude.
So we're gonna see how it turns out. I think it's I if you're down, I want it to live at your place when it's done.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Also, what if I was like, actually,
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I am, how do I put this? I to you, my reaction would be, yeah, that like I get it. That's totally fine. I would absolutely be crushed and heartbroken, and I would never let you know it.
well, I would
The good
say
thing is I don't think there's a universe where you would be like, no, I
no.
don't want this
If
thing.
I said that, I think you should actually check in on me and be like, I'm curious what's going on.
Yeah, are
Why?
you okay?
Like, yeah, because
Are you
like
safe?
obviously I'm like literally my instantly my brain was like, oh, where am I putting it? Like that's my first thought is where are we putting this? I'm kind of thinking over my bed actually because then I can see it every night when I go to bed.
Oh, as a little
It
soothing reminder of the power of
has
tea.
it has to be in one of my like regularly although I actually enjoy my art. I do look at my art like, you know,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I think some this is why I don't the um like corporate abstract art because I think people don't even notice it at some point, you know? But
Yeah.
I legitimately like look at my art. I'm like, oh, that's interesting all the time. Oh, are you taking a
It is
picture?
interesting. I'm sending you a picture right now. The picture I'm sending you right now is what it looks like sitting in the window, which obviously it's backlit. I think it looks really fucking cool when it's backlit. Um,
Awesome.
maybe you can throw in post, maybe you can throw the image into
Oh, I will.
into the video.
See, I do
But I
edit
just
people.
it's real. It's real. The editing really does happen. Okay, it delivered.
Okay. Oh my God. It does look really good backlit. Holy shit. Also with your crystals and shit, I love it. I fucking love it.
Well, it kind of matches this one, which is my
It does.
little
Is
hunk of
this
citrine.
so when you're putting the tea bags on there, are I because I see like the string marks and everything, this is just stunning. Seriously, I love it. Um, are you like choosing strategically where you put them, or are you just kind of like,
At first, I just like flopped them on. A couple times I've had a child help me, and so they just will plop it on wherever. Because, well, we've all been sick, so we've been drinking a ton of tea, and the kids know right now I'm saving the tea bags for this. So so at the end of the day, I'll have a bowl of wet tea bags to bring in and put on this before I go to bed. And right now I'm kind of trying to like fill space, but I want
sure,
to layer it. So that's what I'm like interested to see what happens as I keep layering. And then I have, three blank canvases right next to me that I'm looking at that if it's
yeah,
I might keep doing it. But it's I don't know. And then I try to be like I was trying to look and see like surely other people have made things like this and maybe there are like suggestions for how I should be
sure.
doing it. Not
No,
Not
no,
really. So I just kind of,
no, you're the
it's
OG.
just
Are
obviously I've invented a new art form.
have you noticed if there's a difference with different types of tea and like colors?
Well, it's interesting. I would have expected like some of the tea bags are from they're all different types of tea. There are very Jesus Christ. Just did you see me just smack the microphone? Did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it at all. Mm-mm.
I just got so excited about this piece of artwork that I just can't control myself. There's some tea that is like I have a tea that is like turmeric based, so you would think that that would come out
You
more
want
like golden,
orange or
but it
golden?
doesn't.
Hmm.
It hasn't really. And I thought the tea blend that you made me, the tea itself is like red. I think there's hibiscus in it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And so I thought those would be red. And there are elements of like golden and red in it, but
yeah.
not super distinctively. There are some that turn out just a lot darker. Some of
Sure,
them even look a little green.
sure.
Um, I don't know. It's
That's
just like I
interesting.
like
If
the
you did like
layers.
if you did like a sencha or something like very bold green, I'm curious if that would come through. Because when you
Oh,
make
it
like a
could.
sencha or a gyokuro or whatever, it's so like almost neon green, you know, that I'm curious if that
Yeah.
would come through at all. I'm gonna take a
Well,
hard left turn
do it.
because the mail just got here. Did your package ever make it to you?
Not yet. It's I'm gonna go to the post office after we finish recording and see if it's there. I mean, the thing is it's either gonna get delivered to me or they're gonna hold it at the post office. I've yet to lose a package. Now,
Mm-hmm.
pieces of mail, if anybody's trying to send me letters in the mail, don't do it because it
Yeah,
will not arrive to me. But packages I've been able to get, if they don't arrive to me here, they hold them at the post office. So my hope is I'll get it today. If not, then I'll try again tomorrow. I'll get it
interesting.
soon. I'm excited. I mean, I don't want to ruin the surprise if it's a surprise.
Yeah, it is. You're gonna love it.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
It's completely like I had no plan of this, but I saw it and I was like, that belongs to AJ. So let's get it to AJ.
Oh my God.
So, which is again, then I like left for DC. So I mailed it from DC right before a blizzard, albeit. But I think, um, yeah, it's like torturous for me because it's in Brooklyn and it's been in Brooklyn
Yeah. Oh,
a hot
it's
ass
been in
minute.
Brooklyn all week.
Yeah, it's been driving around Brooklyn. I'm like, just leave it at her house, please.
That's the thing that pissed me off is that I went to the post office for this package that said it was being held. And
Right.
then they were like, oh, it's out for delivery. Help me understand what is going on. So
Well, listen, I,
it's somewhere.
I do have, there is one other thing I need to send you, and I'm a little like, should I send it through US or UPS instead? Or FedEx?
Maybe, or let me, why don't we do this?
Yeah.
Why don't you text me and tell
Why
me
don't
to
you
send
come
you?
here and get it?
Why don't you listen? Um, we don't let me forget this. We don't need to do this on the pod, but we do need to plan your next visit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have more information to plan your
Okay,
next
good.
visit with.
Great. Love.
Um, but No, I think remind me to give you the PO box info, and you can just send it straight to my PO box if it can fit in a PO box.
I don't, it depends on how, is it like those teeny tiny ones? Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I'm a little nervous. I might just do
Um,
FedEx or UPS.
okay.
Yeah.
That
But
probably
either way,
works too.
it's not happening today. I was gonna do it today, but then we're all boycotting, so I was like, well,
Yeah, we're not spending money today, but
um,
um,
but yes. Well, I actually, you know, it sucks though. I really do have to buy this cat food, so there is gonna be some money spent. Sorry.
well, listen, here's the thing. It's less about having it have to be all or nothing, and it's more about doing what you can. And
Yeah.
I think that like feeding your pet is a thing that
Uh,
you got to do. Sorry, our pet.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, our girl.
So feeding our girl, could you buy it? Could you buy cat food from a local business instead of a big
I mean,
box one?
I will probably do that in part also because I don't want to drive in the snow again. So I'll probably um just go to the local grocery store. She doesn't like it as much, but she'll eat it if it's the only option.
Tell her she sometimes when we are protesting, we need to feel a little bit of discomfort and that that's part of this, okay? Just let her know that we need to be pushing ourselves even through discomfort to protest ICE violence.
That's exactly the fuck right. Um,
Yep.
yes. Okay, what's keeping you alive?
Hmm. Um, I do think my life is being revolutionized for the better by my MoMA membership.
Yes, I
Very
love that.
real. Um, yeah, this is gonna be, there's the part of me that really wants to be like, maybe I'll go every week. But then once I start to do that, then the week that I don't go, I'll be like, oh, I'm a piece of shit and not doing the thing I said I was gonna do or whatever, the all or nothing thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
So instead I'm like, oh, it's so nice when I have free time on this day and I get to go do that. Love that.
I feel like, yeah, for me, I'm like, I love that you have that and to treat it like a favorite cafe or something that you have that
Mm.
you can go like the same way you would treat like, oh, I'm going to one of my favorite cafes to like read or write or do something that's I know is good for me. That can just be another space for you to do that.
Just going, I just like, I want to be a person who goes to a museum enough that like I can make my way without having to like look it up or
Yeah.
stumble upon it. Like yesterday, I happened upon the room that was like all Rothko
Okay.
and with a big bench in the middle in front of one of them. And
Mm.
I want to know how, my goal now is to know how to navigate myself to that bench from the front
Yeah.
door, like by muscle memory, because I
I love
just
that.
went in there and I just sat there and I think to myself, for a long time in my life, I would think, because I feel like this is a thing in movies, is people will like meet up at museums and
Sure.
just be like sitting on a bench next to each other, as usually as a
Yeah.
way to like clandestinely meet and
Sure.
share information. But I'm like, what kind of person just in the middle of a workday is on at a fucking art museum?
Right. Yeah.
This kind of person, it turns out, this guy right here.
Who has two
Um,
thumbs and is at a museum during a workday?
this guy. But
Um,
yeah,
yeah, no, I love that. There are there's one room at the Met that I knew how to get to because I would pretty much make a beeline to it every time I went. Um, which is like their modern and contemporary rooms that are like not a part of an exhibition. It's also
yeah.
like the least populated room in the whole place. It's crazy. It's so chill up there. It's like non-grandiose. It's like it blows my mind because most of the things I like outside of the Impressionists are there. Um, but like they're like the surrealist work that they do have in their collection is there. Um,
Yeah.
and so obviously that's where I dominantly spent my time. And similarly at the Art Institute, I can beeline to the Impressionists and the Surrealists pretty quickly. Um, their new modern wing, new, it's not new. It feels new to me because it happened in like 2011 or something. But like,
Yeah.
um, the Art Institute added a modern wing that is just wonderful. And and I like it because it's actually very easy to navigate. So it's pretty, um, yeah, it's pretty like if you can get yourself there, you can usually get yourself to whatever it is you're looking for pretty easily. Um, which you and I should go. We should go to the Art Institute
I was
or
I was gonna say, will you please take me to the Art Institute next time I visit?
yeah. And I mean the Museum of Contemporary Art is also really lovely and has a lot of free days, which is exciting. I mean, I also live literally right down the street from the Mexican American Art Museum.
Yes.
Um,
Hmm.
and once there was a time um, when an ex of mine and I had a goal of visiting all of the like ethnic institutions because there's like the Ukrainian Center, there's the um, like Polish Center, the Porter Museum, obviously like DuSable is the African American Museum, like all of these like DuSable is pretty large, but the rest of them are fairly small institutions, but very fascinating. And we had a goal of
Yeah,
hitting all of them in Chicago, which didn't do that, but still a fun idea. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I
What's
feel like I
keeping
already
you
said
alive?
what's keeping me alive, which is occasionally realizing like, oh wait, there is more to me than
There's
I
more to
currently.
me than my savior complex.
Yes, exactly.
Bless
Um,
you.
thank you. Um, the snow is coming down more uh it's more accentuated, I would say, and it's flakage. Um, which is very pretty.
Flakage.
It's flakage. But I guess that's all this hour and a half or so we've been on.
I guess that's all in this hour and a half, a very light conversation in which we traverse such topics as our stress streams, what they reveal about our unconscious mind, our relationship to vulnerability and anxiety and self. Um, Again, as always, our journeys through therapy,
Always.
um, our our exploration of esoteric traditions,
Mm,
our appreciation of art in all of its forms.
absolutely.
This is about right. This is
Just,
more than ever. This is like a typical voice note extended
yeah.
out into an hour and a half.
I mean, yeah, I really felt like last week and this week we really started hitting on like this is very much becoming a voice note. Yeah. Yeah.
This is how, okay, for the 19 who are listening, I want you to think about this as our voice note to you. We
Aw,
send our voice notes to each other, but this is our shared voice note to you each week. And really just, yeah, all of our conversations with each other are just preparation and lead up for this at the end of the week. And so
that's
this
exactly
is
right.
our loving voice note to you.
That's exactly right. Our love letter to you.
Well, and with that, anyway,
More soon.